Oh. Aha, there we go. Everyone. So, welcome to a session of Dice of the Room. I got confused there. It seems everyone's dice is reset. Colours, there's some updates on some very funny stuff, but when we left them last, they were in a blizzard. Well, about to be in a blizzard, in the middle of nowhere. Let's join them out and see what happens. Okie dokie. All your dice have defaulted to black. Have you noticed that?
Again, I reset mine as soon as I came in because, well, that last upbreak, as I was saying, does, well, just, you know.
Seems to have done stuff, doesn't it?
Yeah, I've been using the next version of it. So far it works.
Oh, good.
I haven't come across anything that's kind of, that's going to wreck the game.
As long as I can make sure my dice stay the color as my naturally pink hair.
You can make them change the colour of their day, and you can get them to flash when you roll them.
No, I don't
throw
want
sparkles.
I don't want them flashing. Flashing lights do horrible things to my brain.
Well, you probably don't want flashing dice then. So, but yeah, you can get them to leave sparkles and things like that.
Oh, I could do sparkles. Sparkles would be cool.
Yeah. I mean, I think the dice effects are nice, but they're not really what I can't see me going, they're fun for about 5 minutes.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'm going to buy them. But if someone does, apparently get to see their dice. I mean, there's no point in the GM buying flashing dice because the players can't see them anyway.
They
No,
can.
But your players are watching your live stream, probably.
Yeah, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
in Savage Worlds they can.
Streaming,
Yeah, in Savage Worlds, because you show your GM rules, they can see your dice.
Oh, so what you actually see? You can see what colour the dice are when they roll them, can you?
Not at the moment, because you've not got it set that it shows your rolls.
Should be. It doesn't show it.
No.
It shows the shadow dice.
Exactly.
It shows the shadow dice.
Yeah.
It showed that a D4 you just rolled exploded twice, but beyond that, no.
Exactly. So there's absolutely. I can't see the point of a GM buying flashy dice because other than for himself. Do you know what I mean? Because the players, in theory, won't see him.
Right. Well, so far I haven't really tested it in depth, but I think the shadow is now being replaced by the actual graphic, so the person does see your dice. Everybody gets to see each other's dice.
Well, I can understand it if people bought the flashy dice that other players can see them, but I don't know what happens when the GM rolls them. Okie dokie. I seem to recall that when we left you last, you had destroyed the ice worm and sort of put down a body, hadn't you? And you're going to throw someone through. I seem to recall Rannick the frost giant threw the bones off the cliff.
I did, yes.
Rannick
was a really good idea at the time.
And I was saying, do we not need, because this guy came back from the dead, I think perhaps more than once, and I wasn't sure if he was going to rise again. And at that point, I thought, keep the bones. I should have watched him sailing over the edge, and we finished at that point.
We did.
Indeed. Okay. Someone's making an awful lot of fidgetings.
It's probably our dog, who's probably sharing a bed with Kay.
It can't be me because I've got an anti-fidget microphone.
Sorry, I think it's mine. I'll mute again.
Okay, so
but if you mute, then we can't give you a hard time.
Oh no, we can give them a hard time. They just can't say anything back.
Does that give the right impression of darkness and snow suddenly appearing out of nowhere as
Yeah.
a storm hits? As a storm hits.
Bugger! Was that me? Says Rannick, forcing his way back through the snow towards the others. I think I might have upset it.
I'll unlock tokens for you.
I think I might have upset it. I thought
Definitely
if I
upset
chucked it over
something.
there, we wouldn't have to deal with it anymore.
I don't know if that's it, as you know what I mean.
All right. Well, maybe we should climb back down. Quick, before we're not frost giants anymore and we can't deal with this storm.
Aye, we need to fly. We need to climb down. Get the bones back to the brother, and hopefully
Yeah,
he'll
there's a
lift
path
it.
this way. Maybe this will take us down.
No, it doesn't. If you remember, you had to climb up the cliff, didn't you?
How far was the cliff?
I think it was something like 2,000 feet, wasn't it?
Yeah, so turning back and getting a rope out isn't going to help. I think we're just going to have to climb, aren't we?
Yeah.
But hang on, wait a minute. I've got a sore arm.
You got a sore arm?
Yeah.
Well, we can't do out about it.
Sorry, it's
Not
no.
unless
It was
you're not-
2,000 feet. It was 2,000 feet down to get to here. It's 2,000 feet to get back up. Is what I'm trying to say. I got it the wrong way around.
Right, okay. Well, we can't do out about it right now unless you want to turn not into a frost giant anymore and heal yourself.
I don't know if we get to. Why can't we just put a book? Let's just. Can we get 10 minutes to put a band-aid on it and that'll be fine?
All right, I'll try and stick my finger in the hole then.
Oh, right. Oh, well, that's okay then. Fine. Be like that.
All right, guess we best get climbing then.
How long does Arena's shape changes last?
An hour?
Okay, you've got about 50 minutes left.
Unless
Actually,
Arena's
you've been up
spent
50
half one.
Actually, no, you did at the bottom, so you got about 20 minutes left. Just enough time to climb down the cliff.
I
think.
can use PowerPoints to extend it if needed.
Yeah.
Well, I'll start climbing then.
Okay, you
Should have turned us all into ice dragon. Sorry, guys.
Okay, so Rannick starts climbing the cliff. Bert can't get purchase on the slippery slope where he tries, so he's going to have to try again somewhere else.
All
right.
Grip on and reach down to give Bert a hand up.
Yeah, go on then. Bert gets another chance with a +2 and a bonus from being an assisted. Well, I'll be nice. He needed that. Okay, Bert and Rannick start.
You did better than that.
Bert and Rannick start climbing up the cliff.
Yeah, you two, you coming with?
Yeah, I was just looking at spells that I could use to do it instead, which I can do, but then I'll lose my cold protection, so I'll stick with this.
No problem at all. That's a nice climbing roll from Arena there. Just leaves Dondred and Jelsa.
Jelsa's not there. Jelsa stayed back by the fire. She wasn't going on.
Of course she
that
did. I forgot. I apologise. I did wonder where she was on the map. That
And
just
Dondrad
leaves...
already rolled.
Did he? Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just. I'm just saying it's a bit easier when you're frost giant. I've got longer reach.
I did yell at Ranik and remind him that he probably wants to bring more firewood because this place is really cold and it takes a lot.
Aye. And we need to get their bones as well now that Ghosty's gone.
Okay, right. Yeah, actually, that's a good point. You couldn't drop them off the cliff. I forgot you were at the bottom of the cliff, not the top. So I'll assume you just.
In which case, I didn't throw them because I wasn't at the bottom of a cliff.
No, I got it the wrong way around. I completely forgot you climbed down. I was vertically challenged. Well, actually, that doesn't make sense either.
Challenged. Maybe we climb down, but there's more down to go. We climb to a halfway point.
The location of the mine is indicated at the base of a 2,000-foot tall cliff and the mountains, okay? The cliff is sheer, and for the purposes of searching for the proper ledge, thankfully, many of the 3 areas... It doesn't make sense. Oh, yeah, you do have to climb down. Oh, hang on. To climb the cliff, I don't know, because it doesn't make sense. Because you climb down the cliff, and then they say the fog extends over the cliff. So the fog extends over the cliff, and then if you fall off the cliff, it's a 2,000 feet to the digs below. So I'm very the whole map doesn't. The whole map of the description doesn't make sense.
It sounds like there was a mine that was put into the cliff, but then the ledge is up where things fell apart.
That might be the case. Oh, doesn't matter. I'm not going to worry too much.
It's all relative. It's like when I go to the pub. The only problem is the bar is too high. It's got nothing to do with me, by the way.
I feel that when I get fish and chips.
It's just another one of these ones where, depending how you read it, it can be completely interpreted in different ways, and the map doesn't help really. Okay. So you clear the cliff and you start heading back to the cabin. By which it has to be said, you are going to run out of frost jantiness before you get back at the moment.
Can I just pay an extra PowerPoint for everyone?
Yes, it'll be 1 PowerPoint per person, yes.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, so you only need to pay 1. I'll pay the 3 for me and the other 2 guys.
Oh yeah, good point. Thank you.
And then you said it's about an hour back to the camp?
With your legs, you'll be getting back relatively easily, so that shouldn't be too bad. So basically, after much slogging, you basically get back to... Because you went out the back door, didn't you? I apologise. I forgot you. Again, it's like the whole cliff face thing gets very confusing. So
Did we pass any trees or wood or anything like that on the way?
No.
Okay. You burnt all that wood, Jelsa. You're stuffed. There's nothing out here for burning.
Burn it all yet, but this, it's cold in this place, and it's taking a lot to heat it up.
Have a survival check.
From whom?
You, Mr. Rennick, sir.
From me?
Yes. Obviously the cold... Oh, you're a frost giant, so the cold's not getting to you. But if you weren't a frost giant, the cold would be getting to you and obviously affecting your ability to think straight.
Yeah.
Bert, being a druid, can also make a survival check. Bert's obviously you're being distracted by someone shouting in your ear all the time, Rennick. Bert, however... At this altitude, you would have expected some trees here or there. In fact, actually, in a couple of places, you do think you see what appears to be uprooted. Well, areas where trees appear to have been uprooted, and I don't mean big trees. I mean small trees, as if someone's removed wood from the area.
Sorry, that came out of nowhere.
Maybe they got the humping walked off. Well, the last time he tried to tree, it tried to bite his face off.
Most trees don't, walk. I mean, that one downstairs might have done, but...
I mean, because tree ants look after forests, but I don't know what the undead ones do.
Hey, you're back
Bees
inside the
like
cabin.
awesome. I smell blood of annoying gnome.
Okay, back inside the cabin. Obviously, you change back into humanoid form to fit back in the cabin.
It doesn't make Yannick that much smaller, really.
Okay, so you have returned to the cabin. As you return to the cabin, obviously the blizzard got worse as you went. As you enter the cabin, you get the impression a strange calm has filled. I've lost my spot. As you return, a sense of strange calm fills the structure. Even the howling sounds of the blizzard outside seem muted and quiet.
Right, so you want to give these bones to Dead Stunty so we can, I don't know, bury him or whatever?
I'm just going to work out where that point is. I think one of you's hiding the pin. Okay, you brought the bones straight back to where it is. So as soon as you bring the bones into here, where you are now, Silas Victor appears again, an expression of sadness and forgiveness on his face. Yet it would appear that possibly his brother's not quite ready. The cannibal ghost manifests as well, his bones crumbling to dust and reforming his ghostly incarnation. The two ghosts silently face off against each other, seemingly caught in a struggle of wills, as wristly strings of ectoplasm and wafts of ghostly presence lash out and coil about.
Right, well, that's different.
In the meantime,
okay, magical people, what do we do?
Suddenly, there's a loud crash as something hits the cabin.
Which side does it hit?
The roof, I think.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's not good. We never get do we?
What's outside?
Yeah, but get back in there. I didn't get a chance to look up before. I get to lock tokens first, you know.
Well, you need to be quicker.
Players. Okay. Okay, so yeah, it sounds like it sounds like something's ripping apart. Actually, I won't say the roof. It sounds like somebody's just tearing apart the veranda outside the porch area. Yes. It seems both upset.
Well, we'll have our firewood.
Yeah.
That's true.
Oh, okay.
Off hold, deal a card to the Johnson. The arena gets to go first.
Can't see where I'm going. Could you accept that much? And I've got 4 more after it. Just enough to put myself in harm's way.
Okie dokie. Something heavy has basically fallen and blocks this door from opening. From Arena's perspective, that's what you see, obviously. Obviously not the bloke standing there, but you get the idea.
I do get the idea.
It's literally tearing a hole in that wall right now. What do you do?
Okay.
When you get there?
Okay. Let's fight it, mind you. Far away at the moment, so
Ouch.
no, I'm going to try and communicate with it. It looks like a natural animal.
Oh, it most certainly isn't.
No, it
Okay.
doesn't. No,
Would I
it
be able
doesn't.
to tell that it isn't then?
It's standing on 2 legs.
Then yes, I can. It didn't look it from the picture. All right. Damn it! I can't open my bag. I'll have it with Jelsa. Oh yes, so it is. Crikey, that's a bit. Yeah.
What is it? A werewolf?
Catch that, sorry. What was that? I'm gonna make
Is it a
it quieter.
werewolf?
Apparently. Now, what was it? I saw some. What's it? The Inquisitor gets some edge, doesn't he? It gives it a bonus to identify creatures. And I said, well, where's the ruling for that? And they apparently. You be quiet. You're getting on my nerves.
Is it common knowledge or academics or something?
Yeah, I can't remember. I'm going to look it up. Because the point is, I know, I think it happens in in Pathfinder as well. But obviously, it does. Supposedly, you are supposedly able to get sort of look at something and see what you can.
To what?
Okay, I'm going to yell back to the others. Really big pissed off stag guy.
Right. Okay. Maybe we just need to get a really big horny doe lady, and he'll be happy.
Looks like they've got rid of all the messages. How annoying.
Yes.
That's annoying. Looks like they've cleared down all the messages on the feedback.
Is irritating. Are you supposed to? Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, feedback for the Advanced Player's Guide. They've literally erased everything.
That's silly.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to open up the Advanced Player's Guide and have a look now. It was the Inquisitor. They didn't say what its skill was. And then in the reply, they sort of said, well, it should be this sort of thing. But now I need to read the original to get my idea of it. Because I always meant to make a note of that. Because I thought, yes, I should remember that in future. I mean, I think the idea is...
It's a bit silly. Sounds a bit silly.
Inquisitors get a free reroll on skills when attempting to identify a being's abilities or weaknesses. So I said, well, where's the ruling on how that works?
Yeah.
And they put a reply in the feedback thread, and it's gone.
Well, I'm guessing the academics, because that's what's used for research in Savage Pathfinder, if you're researching something, or common knowledge or occult to kind of know it out on it, I suppose.
Okay, so it was knowledge. It was the knowledge skill in D20 Pathfinder to identify monsters and their special powers or vulnerabilities. It was the knowledge of the check was 10 plus the monster's CR. So yeah. Anyway, Arena, I don't know what you did because I got myself so distracted there when you were trying to work out what it was.
I yelled back to the others about what it was to warn them.
No problem at all. See if it spots you. Dondred, you're up.
This door is blocked.
Yeah, you can basically half the roofs come down. There's half the because you're on the higher level up here. You're on the lower level. It would appear loads of if something hit the building higher up and the loads of timbers have come down.
I think what we'll do is try and run outside. We'll have to go round.
I'll accept that. You got 4 left.
I think he gets to there and then one step next to Arena without kind of
2 inches, 2 inches of movement left if you so wish it.
I would quite like to go there.
Okay.
Hello.
Picked up the wrong window as always. It's very.
I mean, I don't know if this is going to have any effect, but it just. Oh, look at that! It's out of range and all. How about that, eh? Look at that! It's out of range. So I will run around there.
Suspense is killing me.
I know. I'm just thinking about the consequences of what I'm doing. I was going to use Destroy Undead, but I'm just out of range. I will cast a spell.
Okay.
So I'll cast a spell on myself and Irene, because I can touch her from here. And I will cast Sanctuary. We come in peace.
It might be. Might have been a very sensible thing you just did there.
Yeah, I'm going to come out and clear it. My eyes will turn red. Irene's eyes will turn red. And we will stare at it. So we didn't get a raise, didn't we?
You didn't.
So it's just going to be that and that. That.
Go check out -2 to attack. Okay. It's rather annoying actually, because that totally possibly completely buggers up my oh, it's only lose action, isn't it? So that's okay. Okay, it literally sort of flies over to here. It doesn't jump, it literally just sort of takes up well, it does appear to leap, but it almost looks like it's flying at the same time.
It ignores gravity.
Spirit -2, isn't it, basically? So that's, I'll try one more time on that. Oh, that's successful. So it does get to attempt to grab hold of Arena, getting at Nate, which means Arena is grappled. No, that's not entangled. That's vulnerable because Arena is grappled. And then it was 4 inches to there, was it? And then it literally jumps straight upwards, taking Arena with her. It. You're basically, without any apparent effort, you and it are suddenly 48 feet above the ground, and you seem to still be climbing. Running.
Guys!
I can't see where the door is beyond that.
Forward 2.
5, I'm going to need to run to get out there. I'm not going very far, am I? That's as far as I can get.
I thought you had one more. You got to 5 and that's +2.
Yeah, you got 5. Yeah, get to there. That's it. I would say you can see Arena, but of course you can't because she's 48 feet above where she is on the map.
Yeah, I can't do much more than that.
Okay. Nice. Comes charging out into the horrible snowiness.
Dang, it's cold out here. I hope my bow doesn't break. Good grief. I think I am going to shoot a fire arrow at this thing. It seems to like the cold, so let's try shooting it with the opposite of that.
Okie dokie, go for it. You... Hang on. Short range? That should be... I mean, it's still short range, so that's okay. Oh yeah, no, vulnerable +2, short range equals... Yeah, that's a hit. Ignore me, I'm being stupid.
And let's re-roll that damage. Oh, it tried to be an 8. Oh well. I'll take the shake.
Hang on, you just rolled a 10 the second time, did you?
Correct.
It howls in pain. And critically fails soaking the damage. And takes a wound.
Fire if you got it, guys. Snooks is going to come out here to the door and look at it and look up and stay inside because Snooks doesn't want to be out in that.
It's cold and wet out there.
Is this a window over here, the other side of the fireplace?
In there?
No, I
Yes.
mean right.
Yes.
I mean,
That's a window. Oh no, that's the blocked door.
well, then I'm gonna have to run.
Not.
I heard.
You know, because he critical.
Oh, I see what you mean. No, that was him only attempting to soak.
Okay, so he's not let go of me.
No, not. He won't let go of you for another 150 feet.
I didn't think it was intentional. I just thought, you know, if you'd been stabbed, you might.
No. Fortunately,
Okay.
fortunately, I'm going to be nice and say no. That's not a problem.
I can just get outside. Can I see what's going on?
You look around, you don't see anything, and then you notice Don Judd and Bert are looking up.
And it's still 48 feet above us.
Oh yes. I need to drop some.
I don't have that kind of range on any of my stuff.
Let's get 48 feet is 8 inches.
Oh, so if I have a range of 20, it would reach it?
Yeah.
Okay, well then I'm gonna pull out a wand and, you know, we'll help you, Irina. It's not letting us target him.
No, that's because he's unidentified because no one's identified him yet.
Well, then I'll have to do it this way.
That's okay, I've targeted him for you. I can do it for you. It is annoying you can't target unidentified NPCs. Oh my word.
I targeted him.
Yeah, I think I hit him.
You target on the combat tracker, just not on the map. Wow, that's quite good. Even with this arcane.
No, I targeted on the map. I did the control click and targeted
Oh
him.
no,
click,
with
that's
that
fine.
kind of roll, I'm gonna Benny the damage at least one.
Okay. Oh, that really thought hard about being a 6, didn't it?
Oh, that did a wound.
That did a wound. He's going to attempt to soak that. Yeah, I'm afraid, obviously, the vicious wind out there, what actually happened was it your bolt at the very last second just got blown into the distance by the wind. A huge gust came pushing outwards, and it obviously just totally distracted your shot. New round. But you're first. No, unless, of course, I spend a penny to get a better card. Which I did, but that's still probably not enough to save him.
Okay. Seemed to work last time. Let's do another fire arrow.
That's a hit. He's shaken.
Yeah, let's go ahead and Benny that once.
You've got to stun someone for them to let go of you when you're being grappled, haven't you?
You do, yeah. Or kill them.
Or kill them, yeah.
Oh, bother. Yeah. Okay, so another wound.
Yes, actually, sorry, yeah, it was a wound. Sorry, I forgot to modify before. It was a wound on your first roll. Your second one's a wound, obviously, so. Which I will I'll take.
Snooks steps back into the corner and looks at Rannick like, okay, you can go out there. I'm not.
Sensible cat.
I know that I've moved. Is there any possibility coming out here and seeing that Bert is shooting fire arrows at the things it's taking Arena up into the air? But I can go and hold at that point, ready to catch Arena.
Go on then. Technically you can't, but I like the narrative, so yes. Because obviously moving is an action. It's a free action.
Yeah, I shall go and hold ready to catch Arena when the thing hopefully dies or drops her, and I can then nothing.
Dondrad.
Dawn of the Dread.
Good job you're not Superman, Rannick, because they calculated in the Big Bang Theory when that Lois Lane fell out the helicopter and Superman grabs her in real, according to
How sad am I? I was actually thinking exactly that.
According to physics, they'd have just sliced Superman catching her as she fell out the helicopter because he doesn't. I think actually they do actually show it slowing down, but actually otherwise, if he caught her, he'd end up basically slicing her into 3 parts.
Lovely.
I were intending as she fell to jump up and catch her up there, so I could then cushion the fall.
So, but that actually makes it worse, doesn't it? Because now you're going in an opposite direction, so your relative speed between the two of you will be faster. But no, the point is you're not Superman, so therefore
I'm dropping just before she hits me, so I'm still dropping. I'm not stupid.
There's a site called the Splat Calculator, a freefall calculator. I've just gone on it to see how long it would take me to hit the ground from when it drops me.
Yeah.
To see if I've got enough time to cast a spell.
How long have you got?
I've got 3.2 seconds if it takes me up to the height you said.
Well, you're at 48 feet, so if it lives long enough to take you up higher, you have a chance to cast Featherfall in the 6 seconds. Unfortunately, with the 3 seconds, you'll hit the ground before you finish casting, won't you? Because unless you've got Featherfall.
No, I don't.
It's a cantrip, isn't it? Which doesn't exist yet. Because the whole point
It's
of
a horrible
Featherfall is...
beast. In the name of the Lord, I cast you out. I will burn. So all the dwarfs before me will...
Is that you attempting to turn undead?
No. I'm just intimidating you.
You're just intimidating me by apologising.
I'm praying you.
Wow.
Tell you about all the fires. You're going to go to hell and you're going to burn to death. Repeatedly.
What did he roll? He rolled a 1, did he?
Yeah.
Unless you want to bury it again.
He rolled a 2. So no difference. Double whammy, distracted and vulnerable. Okay, at which point He's remaining shaken, which is okay because that means all he can do is 3 actions. So obviously his first 3 action is to drop Arena.
Shit, how high am I?
48 feet.
48 feet. Oh, bollocks.
What do I need to do to catch Arena?
I'm going to say you need to make an athletics check at -2.
Okay, that's 1.8 seconds to impact, and I will hit the ground at 18 miles a second.
I got you, Reenie!
Okay, that means basically what I'm going to say therefore is Arena will not hit the ground taking 3 wounds. Arena will hit Rannick taking, that's Jelsa. Arena will hit the ground taking 10 points of damage, and Rannick will take 10 points of damage. Touching her, because, you know, it makes sense, you know, that didn't
Charge
work.
damage. Thank you.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Which
Oh.
basically means Arena... Well, you're all okay, fortunately, from that.
Thanks, Rannick.
You're welcome. You can let go now.
I'm trying.
No, really, you can let go.
And in the meantime, it basically drops Arena and flees.
Really?
Did she just pull a squirrel in that floppy dress?
Apparently, I was
What?
watching something yesterday about QI. Apparently, if you drop a cat above 7, if it not literally drop a cat, but if a cat falls off a building 7 or more floors up, the odds are it will survive because it will actually spread itself out a bit like a flying squirrel and slow its fall.
Yeah, it changed its terminal velocity.
Yeah. But less than 7 floors up, it doesn't have a chance to slow itself enough. Okay, Jelsa, it's your turn. It seems, basically speaking, the thing's fled.
Well, if it's fled, I'm going back inside where it's warm, guys. If that's all taken care of. And
Well,
I'm gonna
almost,
go
yeah,
and
almost instantly the storm abates.
Get back to the fire.
At the same time it flees, the storm, the blizzard literally drops and all the snow just sort of whoops back down to the ground.
All right, what's big and horny and causes blizzards?
That's
not a joke. It's a serious question.
Well, hang on. Let's see if it was in the Beastonry entry on ABC Big Book of Mountains.
Got awards and bennies for some all-round amusement
Apparently so.
statements. You might find it under W.
Wendigo?
Yep.
You know, it's funny with all this hunger stuff going on. My thought was, if this is Deadlands, I know it's a Wendigo.
Yes. Well, this is Pathfinder, which is really intriguing, isn't it?
Yeah.
5 minutes ago. I didn't think you'd get that. I really didn't think you'd. I mean, I thought everybody would go, "What?"
That's a good one. I like that. I don't know if anyone else got it, but I did.
I didn't get it. I'd love to.
When did you go? About 5 minutes ago.
Oh, crikey. I must be tired. I must be really tired.
I don't know.
I'm
I
ashamed.
already did. He went over there. I saw him fly, but nobody laughed at me. I don't know.
I've just gone to the edge to see if I can see him, make sure he's really going. Or gone.
He's I mean, you can probably see him. He's really high up now. He's about 600 feet above the ground and disappearing into the clouds.
Well, if the blizzard's gone, you go and see what dead stunty and other dead stunty are doing. I'll just keep an eye out for this bugger. I mean, okay, if it starts snowing, he's probably coming back, but I don't think we want him ripping place up again, do we?
No.
Okay, tokens are unlocked.
Okay. Were Dead Stunty and other Dead Stunty in here?
Yes.
Aye.
So, it would appear that the two dwarves, it seems to have calmed down in here. Silas appears to have won whatever confrontation was going on with his brother. Carvivac's ghost relaxes. His normal teeth and feet return as he fades away. Silas faces the hero's expression now at peace, but not without an element of sadness. His final words before he fades are a warning. You have saved my brother. You have saved me. I should reward you by simply taking the path to Xin-Shalast with me into the beyond. Yet I sense that you still harbour a desire to see those golden ruins. Very well. Look to the pages of my ledger for the way, and may Torag watch over you in the darkness to come. As he finishes speaking, Silas fades away. As he does, several pages appear and float lazily to the ground. These are the missing 5 pages from Silas's ledger and provide details on the route to Xin-Shalast. And beep.
Yay!
You
I just want to
also-
see this elephant of surprise. I like the idea of that. Sorry, elephant of sadness. My mistake.
Did I mispronounce?
Yeah,
Right.
but it was brilliant.
I didn't even notice. So that is your 18th advance, apparently, because you stopped the Wendigo.
Cool. So we can't take advances. We can't take edges from the advanced player's guide yet.
Did I add the module into here? If you can pick, they should be there. I did put the edges in. Look, they're all there.
Okay.
You might have to go in. You might have to activate the module, of course. And I might actually not have. I might not have allowed you to activate it. Let's have a look. Because I decided to. I've just. Yeah, it's there. Yeah, just search for advanced. There's all the edges. It's all I've done. All the edges and the powers as well. Which helps for people who want to. Although there's an interesting. Oh, and don't forget your complex cantrips, which I think some of you've already picked. Featherfall is one of those complex cantrips.
Now the question is, do I want, being all metagamey, are we likely to get another advance before the end of the campaign?
Well, that was your 18th advance, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I suspect you'll get 20, just like you would have done in the original.
It's kind of what I was thinking, yeah.
Because you got 20 levels in the original plot point, didn't you? I'm just zipping ahead. If we're being on a metagamey front.
Of course, if we don't, you can always give us 20 anyway.
No. I can see you getting I can see you getting conviction at a point. No. Oh. No, I think this might be your last advance.
Oh, okay.
Can't see any more advanced icons after this one. But that could be because after this I have to award them myself, because you can go in lots of different routes and I'll have to remind myself. But that's the last advanced graphic I can see.
Oh, okay.
So look, that's your 18th advance. Okay, there is no more advances graphically. You know, because you've seen the book, you know what I mean by when I say there's no more advances graphically.
I've seen through the first book, certainly, so yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. Okay, so remember how to spell 19th. 9TEENTH. There is no 19th. There is no phrase. There is no word of 19th in the entire book. 18's your lot, it would appear. I would have thought 20, but apparently there's 18 of them.
Fair enough. Well, being all metagamey, then I won't take Horizon Walker because it's Horizon Walker 2 that I really want.
The next campaign.
I'd have to be a ranger then. I wasn't going to be a ranger again.
That's true.
Oh, but I will take Seen It Before in that case.
See, I can't actually see Horizon Walker on the list anyway.
Neither can I.
Maybe I hadn't actually finished putting them all in. I wasn't a conscious effort to not. Do you know what I mean? I can't remember how far I got.
You'd maybe not put in prestige edges.
I probably hadn't put in. No,
No,
I haven't done
he's got
prestige
a
edges.
couple of those in there.
How can I look at them, just the new ones? Is there a way to do that?
Yes, if you go.
Yeah, under group.
Well, actually,
All I've got is uncategorized or Pathfinder for Savage Worlds core rulebook. Those are the only options I've got.
Have you loaded in the Pathfinder for Savage Worlds Advanced Players Guide module? Have you opened that yet?
If I go into modules, there's only Pathfinder for Savage Worlds core rules there.
So you click
You have to
activation. You click activation button and then type advanced. Then type advanced.
That's where it is.
That's
it's actually the first one up there because of the limitation on what players can see anyhow.
Yeah, and then you just click load. Yeah, because obviously I see ridiculous. I have 7 pages of modules when I
No.
Because I'm nice and I turn off all this. Yeah, so then from there you can just literally click new edges and it will show you all the new edges.
Lovely. Okay, thank you.
It turns out I haven't actually done them all. That's by the by. I've seen it before. Have you already taken 2 ranger edges?
I don't know.
No, that's Rannick, not you.
Oh. He's halfway between floors. You'll have to ask him that again.
Silly question. I'm sure he has.
I'm sure he has.
He can hear you now.
Have you taken 2 other ranger edges?
Considering he's got how many favorite enemies?
I've taken Quarry 3 separate times.
That's fine. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. I'm thinking because of the way this is going with this Ranger 2 Plus, I'm very. I had 2 thoughts about it, and I'm swinging between the 2, and I may have a look at play and have a round with it. But I'm thinking I may split class edges out into. But oh no, I was going to do that, and then I realised I can't because then I'll end up having to double up edges because some edges are cleric edges and druid edges. Do you know what I mean? So yeah. It's there's no easy way to do it. I remember now.
No, I've got 5 ranger edges other than the core edge.
That's fine. Then you can certainly take Seen It Before.
Yeah.
What's the rest of you going for?
I tell you what, there's still some ropey abilities in there.
Yeah, but don't forget they may well be rewritten, and once they are, your edges may change.
I mean, like you can get Unstoppable, right? Which is a.
Well, it's a barbarian edge.
Yeah, but why can't you get Hard as Nails?
As Hard as Nails not exist in Pathfinder.
No, and what Hard as Nails does is it raises your wound limit. So still taking 3 minutes.
Yeah, it's called Hard as Nails. It's called Tough as Nails, and both Bert and Rannick have got it.
Yeah, Tough as Nails. Yeah, Tough as Nails, tougher than nails. So you consider a barbarian, legendary barbarian. He's got Tough as Nails, tougher than nails, and he's unstoppable. That's just...
Aye, therein lies the problem.
No, he's only unstoppable while he's raging.
Yeah, I know, but that's just awesome, isn't it? I mean, you got to hit that guy. Yeah. You got to wound that guy 5 times. As in, do enough damage to him so he can't soak it and still take a wound afterwards. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I think it's a legendary edge, and if someone really wants to spend three legendary edges on basically becoming tougher than nails and unstoppable, I don't have a problem with it.
And what about the Dwarven Novice ability Shatter Spell?
That's scary. That one is scary.
It's like, what? What are you thinking?
Well, you don't get to actually do any damage with that attack. All it does is dispel a power.
Aye.
You make your fighting roll. It's opposed by the target's casting
Oh
roll.
my word! Have you seen Mythic Slayer?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's nice, isn't it?
Uh,
You ignore the unstoppable ability, and wherever the action
Yeah.
card is a face card. Wow, that increases because unstoppable is usually only nerfed on a Joker.
Yeah.
Whenever you get a Joker, your attack is unsoakable. That is unbelievably powerful.
I mean, I know what he's trying to do. He's trying to he's trying to create rock, paper, scissors, which is what it should be like. Because it's Pathfinder.
I was glad to see they had my my favourite feat in here, which is Angel Rings. When I was playing Rise of the Runelords, I was playing an Azimar Paladin, and yeah, when I got my Halo and Angel Wings, that was so cool.
If this continued for some time, Rannick would probably want to try to become a paladin, just because the paladin legendary edge gives another +2 toughness.
Well, you can play a Paladin next time in Crimson Throne, can't you?
I could, yes. I've got an idea for a paladin of Caden Calirian.
Don't forget, you've also got between Crimson Throne, which is where I would say Jelsa would probably really want to save her gnome mage for. So Jelsa needs to probably come up with another gnome before then.
Yeah, I can come up with lots of gnomes. I think the Galarian gnomes are the coolest little creatures ever.
Which is why it's going to be really fun when you meet in the next campaign when you meet some gnomes, because people will call them gnomes, but as far as you're concerned, they're not gnomes, and as far as they're concerned, you're not a gnome.
Yeah, I'd have to go back into the book I got on the gnomes of Galarian. I could probably tell you what.
Oh no, that's the whole point. That's the whole point. In the next campaign, you'll be meeting gnomes, not what people call gnomes, but they're not from Galarian. They are what other people think of as gnomes.
Oh, like the little travel gnome, little fat guys with beards.
Well,
Not-
yeah,
not a
mostly
gnome from home.
but a lot of them will be tinker gnomes as well. You know, you cringe. You know, the
Mythic
gnomes that like
Slayer.
Grown, or is that in the whatever it is you're doing in betweenies?
That's because next we're doing while I'm adapting. The idea is while I'm doing the Advanced Player's Guide and the Crimson Throne books. Obviously, I need to keep you guys entertained, so we'll be doing we'll be doing some spell jamming, savage Pathfinder spell jamming. That is. The biggest change, in my opinion, between the original spell jamming and 5e spell jamming, and therefore that's how it's going to be in savage spell jamming, is you need to be a spellcaster to be the helmsman, but it doesn't actually drain power points off you to be the helmsman. You know what I mean? There is no actual cost anymore. You don't lose spells anymore just by sitting in the chair. It's just using your latent magical ability to power, which I think makes it typically easier to deal with. But anyway, has everyone picked their advances yet?
I haven't, because I have no idea what I want to do here.
I've got no idea what I'm doing.
Did you hear the one I suggested for you, Jelsa?
Which one would that be? No, I didn't.
Okay, let me just go back and find it.
The guys are always just
Jabbling away, aren't we? Yeah, sorry. We're jibber-jabber too much, don't we?
A bunch of women, I swear.
Huh?
Well, I'm
fine,
actually
yeah.
sitting on 3 advances at the minute.
Really?
Yes.
It's a bit extreme, isn't it?
Casual illusionist.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that would sound.
Deceive someone for E. Okay, I'm not sure what that should have said.
See, I'm not so concerned about being the most powerful person in the party. I just like to be,
I'm taking.
like with my magic. Some of my magic can be really powerful, except for, well, it's just more fun to play with it, like the time stop. Where would I find that casual illusionist?
It's the Advanced Player's Guide one. So if you loaded those.
No, I haven't. I'll have to go look.
Oh, so that link I just showed you probably didn't work, did it?
I could certainly read it to you. Some gnomes can use their innate
Oh
magic.
no, Doswell shared it,
Oh, right, cool. Yeah, fine.
and it's only gnomes can. Oh, then I have to have that.
Yeah.
I love the logic there.
Well, you know, like I said, Joss is about being a gnome, not so much being, a fighter or even particularly good at magic. Ask Sassafras about her attitude towards Joss's attitude towards magic. Oh man.
It's this. Obviously, all these edges were version 1.0. I haven't actually checked them in terms of 1.1 yet, but that's the corrected version of the edge. You may add +1 to thievery rolls, persuasion rolls, or other rolls to deceive someone. Each power point spent to a maximum of +4. I like that.
Yeah, at the moment, my kind of current thoughts on this is three raises is enough to buy off the bloodthirsty hindrance.
Yep. One advance. Two advances is major.
2 advances, and then his 18th, he's going to probably end up. I haven't decided this is not a fact, but what I was going to do was buy off bloodthirsty and then advance to take a edge in paladin.
Oh, I like that. Just take the paladin edge and become a. I like that. Yeah, go for it. That's cool.
Yeah.
Because at the end of his story, because he's on about just kill everybody and let God sort it out, and then he learns mercy, takes off the bloodthirsty, and then he becomes a paladin at the end.
Oh, yeah, I think that's really cool. And I'm going to have to say, I'm going to have to reward you a Benny just for the idea of it. Oh, and the Bennies must flow, apparently. Sorry, Michael, I hadn't noticed you said that. So there we go. I like that. Dondrad becomes a paladin. I like that.
That's how it finishes.
Well, clearly, he's learned Rannick's Code of Honor. That's what it is.
Right, okay. I can still remember you stabbing a certain kobold in the eye.
Aye, well, that's different. He would be a bastard.
Right. So you're going to take 2 advances to get rid of Bloodthirsty. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not done it. That's just what my thought process. But I've been planning it for a long, long time.
Well, that's absolutely fine. No, this is the point. You got this. Now's the time to do it. So maybe the fight here with your friends is in this bleak place, watching two dwarven brothers who can learn the meaning of mercy is the final thing that makes you realise that mercy has a place in this world, and you decide that you should uphold the values of it's not Torag. Is it Torag or the other one? I can't remember. Sorry. Of your god, and become a paladin dedicated to fight in his name. I mean, you'd already taken Holy Warrior, so it looks like a sensible way to go. I think you should do it.
Let's go for it then.
Do it.
Right, there you go. So, edges.
There you go.
Yes.
You just gained Paladin. I know it says it at 16, but it doesn't matter, does it?
Yeah, I just take off a bloodthirsty major, because you can't be
bloodthirsty.
bloodthirsty and a paladin.
Minor.
Because
Yeah.
they don't work.
No, I know. But so I've already added it to your character sheet, and I'm just the order's slightly wrong on your advances, but it really doesn't matter. You are now a paladin,
Yeah, it doesn't.
which of course does give you. Of course, you won't ever be a paladin with mystic powers, but that doesn't matter. You've got your aura of courage, you've got your code of honor, you've got your detect evil, and you've got your smite evil. That's really rather cool. I like that.
We just need to find a way to make Aura of Courage actually work, automated.
That would be so cool, wouldn't it?
It would make leadership edges useful as well, wouldn't it?
It would. There you go. There's all your edges in there. Interestingly, if you dragged it in, they would have auto-added, but if they're added from the advances, they don't auto-add, so that's an interesting feature. But there you go. You have your paladin edge, and you've got your aura of courage, your smiting of evil and your detecting of evil. Well done. Right. Is that everybody done their advances now?
Yes.
Good stuff. Move on. Okay, so the first step, according to Veka's directions, is to continue travelling up the Kazaron River until you reach the second tributary. Right, so where's this? Where's the map? You're still going to be high altitude because you're on the roof of the world, as they call it. The world's roof, I should say, rather. Ah, here we are. There's your map, and okay. I will reshare them. There's your map. So basically, on the GM's map, you are currently here.
In the black square.
No, it's a triangle.
It's still completely black, whatever shape it is.
Is it not staring for you guys?
You know, there's just an arrow on a black background.
Oh, stupid line of sight and lighting defaults,
Ah.
isn't it?
Oh, there's a map and everything. I've forgotten what you said now. So,
Something about the
So-
second tributary.
So this is on the last page of the
Ah.
journal that we found.
Yeah. So obviously, there's the second tributary.
Where are we now on this map?
There. I'll tell you what. I'll make it really easy. I'll put a Jelsa on the map. There we go. I'll put all of you on the map. Why not?
I've gotten huge.
I have to remember what I did with that party icon. Anyway, it's to continue covering up the river until you reach the second tributary. The ledger identifies this river as the legendary River of Var. Yet it also says the winding route between the Kodar Mountains is not for the faint of heart. There are no... Hang on, is there a... Ah, yeah, it was line of sight. I should have done that back on. Oh, well. Line of sight on. Okay. Then you can't see anything, which is terrible, so I'm not going to bother with that. No, I don't think it's a problem. See the other one, but that's okay, because my view is what you're looking at here, including the right hand half of the page, is obviously drawn into these final pages. That's, you know what I mean? So there are no banks to walk along the river as it rises in the rises in cataracts up to 300 feet in height as it climbs ever higher into the mountains. The waters of the River of Var are freezing cold, yet they never freeze. As the party follows the river upstream, the air grows thin and the sky a deep blue. So you've got to go up. Basically, they're assuming they assume by now you can fly, because otherwise you're going to have to basically raft up 300 feet cataracts in the river, which will be fun, won't it? With no banks to walk along, so I'm not sure how you're supposed to get up waterfalls and stuff. But anyway.
Oh, climb.
Well, other than the waterfalls, I could just shape change into a dragon turtle and swim up the river. That's not a problem.
yeah, I was thinking that there are.
Dragon turtles immune to cold, though. That's the problem.
What about white
Can we not
dragons?
can we not
There's
get
a
wet?
dragon that can swim.
Can we not just fly?
Or that.
No, I can't. Someone has to cure it.
Oh, what caused it?
You were spirit drained by the house, weren't you?
Was I?
Hmm.
Am I even aware of it?
You don't feel great. It's
Well, in
like
that case,
levels. You've actually had life force drained from your body, basically. It's
In
a
that case,
permanent
I'll
effect.
chat to Dondrad about it and say I'm not feeling great. Can he tell us there's something going on?
just a restoration spell, isn't it? Which is relief. I
Right,
think,
yeah, he's going to cast relief with restoration.
Thank you kindly.
As long as he doesn't. Yeah, that's fine. All right, now I can remove it.
Thank you very much. Most
Okay.
appreciated.
Now, I'm going to assume you've got magical abilities and you're traveling up there, so I'm not going to worry too much about you spending power points and all that. I'm assuming you're going to get up there, and eventually you reach the Avar's river source. And it might be easy just to drag you on again. Even though the scales... There isn't a scale for this one, is there?
Yeah, we're going to have to fly because it's just even with the map, I think we're still going to have to find out what valley it's in.
Excuse me.
Not that I don't think we really... Well, we only need the map if... We don't really need the map in its fullest sense, but only if it... only if certain things happen. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put you on what looks like a sandbank over here. Mind you, it is a frozen river, so you can actually be on the frozen lake itself. So let's just put you on the frozen lake. I'm sure it's fine. Nothing to worry about. Definitely no reasons to be concerned whatsoever. And then I can zoom it in a bit like so. And if I remember how to share the client view, you should be able to see yourselves on. Okay. The river of our source, a frozen swampland. So it's not a lake, sorry. Frozen swampland shrouded in
the middle of the river.
Glittering in clouds of crystal ice known as the Fen of the Ice Mists. There you go. Here the legend tells you that you must wait for a night with a full moon, whereupon the remainder of the route is made clear to you. For here is the edge of the Leng's otherworldly influence on Glorarian.
And how long away is that?
Well, I was going to say, animal companions, right, natural creatures are skittish with the exception of magically compelled animals, animal companions, familiars. But at the end of the day, Schnookums and Amber don't like this place. I mean, they're not going to leave like other animals would, do you know what I mean? But at the same time, they know something's off.
Okay.
Yeah, this sounds like it's a shadow realm.
Schnookums most certainly senses the inherent wrongness of the region. And can I have everyone make spirit checks, please?
How long is it till next full moon?
I haven't got there yet. I forgot to update my calendar in years. Remember, I made the calendar and then forgot all about it.
Snooks probably should not be fatigued anymore.
No, you shouldn't. And don't worry about... If you fail your spirit check, then don't worry about it. But if you make the spirit check, you do feel distinctly unwelcome here. And suffering nameless feelings of dread.
Can you unentangle me, please?
There you go.
But I thought you liked being tied up.
Well, yes, but not in the middle of a frozen swamp.
Yeah,
Okay.
Stunty. You know, I can't see any statues, but I can't help but feel like there's statues out there watching me somewhere in the snow.
Your phobia's turned off.
No, he's saying that's the feeling of unease. That's how he's translating.
I know, I liked it. I had to be paranoid for a second there.
That's because they're swimming underneath the frozen lake through the water. And
Statues
through the ice and grab you and then drown you.
Swim.
Interesting.
Swimming statues.
Wet statues.
Well, considering all the other weird crap we've come across, swimming statues is actually almost expected.
Bastard Thessalonian bastard statue.
Okay.
GM makes note for new bad guy.
Indeed.
So yeah, I don't really get this. So this is a kind of, this is more like in the books of the Fey realm, are they not? Do you know what I mean? I mean, don't elves do this? Or didn't elves do this?
Don't ask me. You're like supposed to be clever ones.
Well, didn't they use a moon bridge or something like that to get during Earthfall?
I remember reading this before, and please talk amongst yourselves, because I remember reading this chapter before, and I definitely lost the plot on this one.
So we've got to wait till full moon, and then
you must fast and wait for a night with a full moon, whereupon the remainder of the route is made clear to you.
So we sit here not eating till full moon. Oh, it's all right for me.
Hang on, what? Why are we not eating?
Oh, that could get really interesting.
Why are we not eating?
Because Stunty's book said we got to fast.
Oh, okay.
What?
It fast until it gets to full moon. You know what fasting is, don't you? It's not running around really quick. It's not eating, you daft bugger. You call me stupid sometimes.
So we've got to fast until...
So again, how long till the full moon?
Long enough for you to suffer a point of fatigue.
Okay.
From not eating. Apparently.
I mean, it doesn't say how long we got to fast. I mean, we know when full moon's going to be. Maybe we just have to not eat for like a couple of nights before or something.
Yes, but if it's actually longer than that and we've missed it by an extra night, we'd have to sit here for another month.
Well, that would be horrible, wouldn't it?
Mm.
Well, let's see how long it takes you to suffer a point of fatigue.
Well, according to the rule of 3, I think it's 3 weeks.
Yes.
Yes, because it's 3 days without water, isn't it? Therefore, it's
Yes.
3 minutes without air.
Yes.
$155. Here we go.
Only Mr. Flibble would be that evil.
Now, yes. However, in Savage Pathfinder, 24 hours without food, you suffer a point of fatigue. So actually, it's 3 days. So it's 3 days.
Yeah, but that's point of fatigue, not starving to death.
Yeah.
The rule of 3 is when you die, not when it starts to feel bad.
I know, but after 24 hours without food, you must make a vigor roll. Failure means you gain a level of fatigue. See the survival skill when a character wants to hunt. Death from an incapacitated character dies from hunger 3d6 hours later, which is obviously... What I'm trying to say is, if you take it... If you take it the rules as written, after 72 hours you die of hunger.
No, because you make a vigor roll.
Can die of hunger.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Is not you will, but can. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. So this is where it gets really interesting, because we keep reading this and it doesn't make any bloody sense. So, okay, I'm thoroughly confused. I see, yes, okay. That's starting to make sense. And not from the description, it's from... Okay, so... According to the ledger, yeah, you have to fast until the next full moon, and then the rest of the river will become visible to you, and you can continue up the river. based on the notes in the ledger, you need to cross the frozen river to somewhere in this area over here. You're not sure where exactly, but that's where supposedly the river is.
I'm not seeing any indicators where you're saying that. Oh, right, thank you.
So basically, we have to starve ourselves until we hallucinate, and then we can see where we're supposed to be going. Got it.
Sounds right.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is you don't have to. What I'm saying is you don't have to wait here. If you can sort of, depends how you want to do it. You can either wait here or you can set up camp over there. Potentially getting across frozen fens while weak from fasting might not be such a good idea.
I vote for that.
All right, yeah, let's get over there before everybody starts getting hungry. Mind you, I can see Stunty getting hangry, and I don't want that happening. Bloody hell, Jelsa when she's hangry. Good God. No. Gods, I don't want to have that.
Okay, but then they contradict themselves and they show this bloody line. Advances for the frozen. Okay, yes, no, that makes sense. So, the waters of the ice mist are in constant state of freezing and thawing, with the mix of high altitude and latent volcanism creating a mist-shrouded frozen region of water. That sounds fun, doesn't it?
It does.
No, we don't have any sound effects. That would be really rather cool. Just have to keep up with the high altitude winds. Anyway, no plants exist in the ice mists apart from the ever-present stalks of strange pale fungi and clots of floating lichen that cover and hide deep tarns of freezing. The entire region has about it a chilling aura of frozen menace.
Is there any plant life on the way up the river that we could go back for to make ice shoes so that we don't break through the frozen ice, because there's bound to be thin ice somewhere?
No. No, well, quite possibly, but the description doesn't say that. It implies how barren and horrible this whole area is, so I'm going to be evil. So, I need you to all make survival checks at -2 to cross the fens, please.
Can we all make sure we spread out carefully and keep a distance between each other when we're walking, so we don't, if one of us goes through ice, nobody else does?
What's really interesting about this is if you
What if I
fail,
just ride on your shoulders, Rennie? Because
if you fail the survival check, it doesn't necessarily mean a bad thing happens to you.
Well, Jelsa rolled a 0. Hooray!
I know.
Because I don't have survival. Oh wait, no, I do. I didn't roll survival. I rolled untrained. Hang on.
Yeah. Everyone has survival, even if it's only a D4. You get it for free.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Never mind. I'm fine.
No, you get survival for free in the after, not in this
Oh,
game.
the after, not in this one. It's stealth, isn't it, in this one?
So what happens if you weigh
Persuasion.
the same weight as a small train?
I do have survival though.
Well, it's only survival -2, so I wouldn't worry about it.
Well, I'm fine.
I haven't rolled mine yet because I boosted it first.
Okay, that will. How much does that cost?
2 power points.
Okay, 2 power points. Then it lasts 5 rounds. That's 30 seconds. Yeah.
Actually, I haven't looked. Hold on, I will go back and look. I can always.
The duration's probably 5, isn't it?
It is.
So
I
that's
can increase the duration.
times. So an hour would be 60 minutes. So we double that to get 120. That's 120. 30 seconds. You'll need 240 power points.
To get across the whole lot.
Yeah, with boosted survival.
Crap.
So I'll give you your Benny back.
All right.
I'm kind of struggling
I'll
here.
take my power points back then as well.
Yeah, take your power points back as well. Yeah, no, I'm just working out because the problem is, you see, because it's not like you're making you're traveling across the ice you'll spend it would cost you 240 power points to maintain it. Okay, like I say, I wouldn't worry too much if you fail the roll because it isn't necessarily you who's affected by it. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But I mean, that's how evil this is. Snook. Oh, Snookums and Amber. That makes it 7 of you. Oh, that's horrible. Okay, I'm going to have to re-roll. Shelter then. Yeah, so it's really fun. So basically it requires a survivor.
Just got a raise on it.
I know, but I'm just doing it as written. If the roll fails, a random member of the party falls through the ice. So you're not rolling for what happens to you, you're rolling for something's going to happen to one of you, which is really evil.
That is.
It is really evil. I suppose the idea is you're helping each other along. So Jelsa obviously trying to help Irina along. You fail to notice a patch of thin ice, and you fall into the freezing waters of. Oh my god, that could be quite nasty. Mind you, you can swim. Jelsa's fallen in.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, Jelsa, who got the best survival roll. Okay, not that it matters because you can swim, but it would matter for someone like Dondrad, dressed like a tank. You fall into a 40-foot deep freezing waters of an ice tarn, and you immediately, from the cold, take 2d6 damage before anyone can react. But you're fine by that. Okay, it should put. It's even worse. Obviously, I assume you didn't take the can't swim hindrance, so you're okay.
I didn't.
Okay, basically, yeah, you fall through the hole, and then the whole freezes. Okay, so assume. Okay, what will then happen? Oh, crikey! This gets worse. Okay, so what happens is Jelsa falls through the ice. And obviously does go down because of gravity. At which point, the ice freezes over above her.
Right, fine. There's only one thing for it.
We see that happen.
Yes.
Wait, now,
what do you do?
can I take an action? I mean, I'm not frozen. I'm not drowned.
You're basically not frozen, not drowned. You're trying to get back up, but I've initiated dice rolls to see who wants to.
I would like to. I'm going to multi-action.
Okay.
I want to grab my hammer.
Yeah.
Not throw myself prone. Lower myself down prone next to where Jelsa fell through.
Yes.
Smash the ice with my hammer.
Yes.
And then switch to my spear and lower the spear down into the hole for Jelsa to grab hold of.
Wonderful. I just need an athletics roll from you, please.
Okay. Does that suffer the multi-action penalty? Or is that a free action?
No, it would suffer the multi-action penalty.
It would. Okay, well,
Yes.
I'll spend... I will put some conviction on that. And I'll spend a penny.
Okay. Okay, right. That athletics roll means you successfully get to where Jelsa went through the ice without falling through the ice yourself.
Right, then I want to smash the ice so that I can then put my spear down so that Jelsa can grab hold of it and I can pull her out.
Seems perfectly reasonable. Only a total git of a DM would say the hardness of the ice is excessive, especially as it's only just frozen over.
And since I just fell through it and I'm only like 36 freaking pounds.
I know, but the whole point is it's magic. It's not. This place isn't normal. That's the problem. I have to be honest. The index at the back of the Savage Worlds Player's Guide is absolutely useless sometimes. You look up something, it takes you to completely the wrong page. You know, you look up hardness, and what happens? You get taken to personal weapons. I'm going to use the module instead. In the meantime, do you want to make a fighting roll against parry 2, please?
Yeah, sure.
Because obviously, the ice could be resistant enough for you to not
Yeah.
damage it at all, as it were. No problem at all. Obviously, you can't get a raise on that. Okay. Have you seen there's an orc edge in the advanced player's guide? There, a dice can ace when breaking things. It's called smash.
Yes, I'm not strength D10 naturally, so I couldn't take it.
I know. Anyway, go on then. Roll for damage with your warhammer. Obviously, we have to ignore the explodes, but that's okay. That means you've rolled at least a 12. So you've rolled 12, 19. Yeah, you smash through the ice, no problem at all. You can see Jelsa's already swimming back up to the surface, and you lower your spear.
On the other hand, I thrust my reach 2 spear down for her to grab hold of.
Okay. Dondrad.
I think Dondrad's going to. I'm going to grab Rannick by the ankle and say, "Have you got her yet?" And
Okay, that requires
when
an
he gives the
athletics roll.
appropriate signal, we'll pull him by his ankles across the ice.
Okay, so you just need to make an athletics roll as you maneuver yourself to grab hold of Rannick. And there's some dodgy cracking going on, but you're okay. Jelsa, at the meantime, all she has to do, you can a lone vixen climb out the hole by making an athletics roll at -2. So you basically swim back up to the surface and make an athletics roll without any penalty because you've got other people helping you get out.
Yeah, I rolled academics instead of athletics, but it's okay. It's the same value dice, but it wasn't. We did read the ABC Big Book of Mountains, so it's relevant.
Indeed. And the cold doesn't affect you either, Jelsa. So you managed to get Jelsa out, which is wonderful news. Okay, that means you've now got... Fortunately, it will only take you another hour to cross the 2 miles of ice. Obviously, Rannick and Bert, the fence is 2 miles wide, but due to the treacherous nature of the path, you move on foot at 10% your normal speed. So anyway, I'm going to be nice and not make you make all more rolls. You get across the ice. It's evil. I need stealth roll from you, Rannick. Drop it on the tower. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I still need a stealth roll from you on the tower.
Cool.
This is like Home Alone. Have you forgotten something?
Okay. You happy with that? Technically, you shouldn't have your convictions, so I've turned it off now.
Yeah.
Okay, that's no problem at all. So basically, go ahead. I'll let you deal with it. Basically, I just need a notice check from Jelsa, please.
Once we've pulled Jelsa out and Donrad and Rannick have dragged her over to the edge, Rannick's going to reach out and ruffle Jelsa's hair and say, "Don't you do that again, you daft little..." Oh, oops.
Yeah, I'm afraid, Jelsa, that's why obviously Rannick's role playing the fact that I told him what he rolled on the stealth. Just you hear a snap as he ruffles your hair.
And Rannick pulls his hand out in front of you, and one of the biggest, longest bits of your hair that's now frozen because it's come out into the freezing air is in his hand that he's accidentally snapped off. Sorry?
I think I'm going to take a wee step back at the minute.
See.
Oh man, she's cold and wet, and now this.
Now he's snapped her
Hang
hair
on a
off.
minute. Hang on a minute.
Fortunately, you noticed. Otherwise, he might have not told you. But I don't know whether it would have done. But you obviously noticed. You actually heard the snap.
I think it's more that Jelsa noticed in time for me to not ruffle more off.
Yeah, I think so. Yes. Okay. Well, she seems rather
Wait,
calm about
wait,
that, which
no.
is worried.
No, I'm just hang on a minute.
I don't know. I think she's just smouldering at the minute.
Yeah, she's too stunned to really react.
That's what I figured. Yes, I was teasing.
No, I'm never too stunned to react.
Radix shouldn't be vulnerable. Why is he vulnerable?
Because I wild attacked the ice to get her out, so I was that worried about.
Woohoo! It's enough to give you a jolt.
Don't touch my hair!
Oh, all right, you can have it back. Rannick will hold it out, kind of pink fingers outstretched. Have it back then. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I was just worried.
I did use up the charge on my wand.
Only we had a camera. So she's standing there, spiky hair, frozen. He's standing there, spiky hair, shocked.
Chattering teeth and magic, not necessarily the best combo.
Indeed.
That's better. I use my hand like a hairdryer set on warm on Jelsa.
I fluff my hair up.
Arena Burke, can I have a notice check, please? Okay, both of you notice. Obviously through your either from your Fae bloodlines or your just druidic knowledge of things. You notice something that is totally strikes you as anachronistic. There seems to be in a pool nearby, watching all these antics going on. There seems to be an otter staring at you.
I didn't mean it, Sparkle Tits. I was worried. You ruffle someone's hair when you're worried, and I thought.
You don't touch my hair. I'm a gnome. I'm not a someone. I'm a gnome.
Well, you best take this back then.
No, keep it as a souvenir. I don't want you to ever forget me, Rannick.
But I broke. I'm sorry. Please. Apologised and everything.
Well, I'll forgive you only because we're all going to die here anyway. Have you guys noticed that every place we've gone to since we've started this, each one's worse than the last? And this is getting worse by the minute. We're all going to die here.
I love the analogy for why the adventure's getting harder. Anyway, I should give you both bennies for some lovely making GM spell. Meantime, Alrina is sort of looking off to one side. When you all turn to look, Arena's seems to be squeaking and making sort of noises. Bert's standing there waving off to one side, and Arena's basically sort of making sort of squeaky noises that Rannick you recognise most likely as it sounds like she sort of sounds similar to an otter.
Well, in which case, Rannick will walk over as well, and Rannick will start squeaking as well.
Can you speak with animals as well now?
I can, because I can use Beast Friend as a as part of my mystic powers. And just because I've never done it before doesn't mean I can't.
That's brilliant. I love it. That's cool. I like it.
So Rannick will go over and say, in Otter, hey, you're right there. Isn't it a bit chilly for your sort up here? I mean, you're even smaller than Sparkle Tits there. I wouldn't be wanting to swim around up here if I were you.
The otter basically, you've never heard an otter laugh before, but you also, obviously Arena and Rannick certainly do. At which point the otter sort of bounds out of the water and starts to change.
All right. Okay, not an otter. It's not an otter. Bloody hell, will you put some keks on?
She says, "Welcome, adventurers. I mean you no harm. I am Savenka. I wish to thank you for bringing peace to my beloved cousin, Mirana.
Do I know
You
who
said-
she's
Face full
talking
of
about?
Jelson's hair because he's grabbed the hair that was in his hand and covering his eyes with it, and there's a bit dripping into his mouth.
you
That's
set
the-
my
that's-
cousin's spirits to rest.
Oh,
Yeah, that's the girl that was in the and we the water part, and we whacked her and set her free because she was cursed and doing strange and nasty things.
Remember,
Oh.
you've saved her
Right.
because you brought her back the bones of her love. The
One
commander
way
of
back
Fort
when we
Rannick.
met the little pixie guy.
Yes.
Oh.
Way back. Sorry, I was
Way
thinking
back.
Yeah,
of the
that was
Yeah.
wow. That was a long time ago. Well,
That was a
see,
long time
Yeah.
ago.
That was at the dam.
Yeah.
well.
Yeah,
for
it was
us,
warmer
a
than
long
this
time ago.
place is.
Are you?
Sparkle Tits, everywhere's warmer than this place. I mean, blooming hell, you must be cold. I mean, it is a bit nippy out. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I'm sorry.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. So anyway,
not my fault.
I've never been quite right about water since. So
You're
Aye.
welcome.
Sometimes
It's what we do.
water.
She's a pit. Well, from your you reckon from basically the fact she doesn't seem to be affected by the cold, she's probably an ice nymph. Who members of the Fae and defenders of nature. She asks you again. She bows and smiles at you, and she thanks you for what they did, and she warns. She also says, "I must warn you that all is not right in this region. Some strange magic that I cannot sense affects this place, and you would be best to avoid travelling farther north."
Aye, well, we ain't got much choice in that because there's some bugger up there that we need to kill.
An evil one, just to be clear.
Well, I wouldn't kill buggers that aren't evil, would I?
Well, we did no. Look at it this way, Zavenka or whatever your name is. We helped your sister, but there's a whole lot. There's a whole world out there that's in trouble if we stop now. And these guys are compulsive about helping. Personally, I think we're all gonna die here.
Just calm down.
Hey, Sparkle Tits, it's not like you to be the one that's saying that crap's going wrong. That's Stunty's job. You're meant to be a cheerful one that says we can do out and there's treasure and you're going to go grab it. I bet there's treasure up there. There'll be sparkly things, all right?
And dying is a great adventure.
Sparkly things don't do any good when you're dead, Rannick.
Well, I'll make sure you're not dead. You just stand behind me, all right? Look, Rannick's going to kneel down in front of Jelsa. Excuse me a moment, he says to everybody else. Look, Sparkle Tits, I broke your ear off, and I'm sorry. But I'm not going to let outhouse happen to you. All right? I promise I'm going to
You're
look
gonna
after you.
save me as careful as you are with yourself. You think out? No, we're all gonna die here.
Oh dear.
oh, what?
Sparkle Tits, calm down.
You do the environmental.
You just told Naked Lass over there that the world's going to get destroyed if we don't do anything. So if we don't do it, you're going to die. If we go and do it, you get to live and you get to tell everybody how well you did, and it's going to be great. Now, just calm
I
down.
heard that dead heroes aren't half as cool as live ones, so I think we're all gonna be dead heroes.
No, because we're really cool. It's really cold. That makes us cool, doesn't it? See? I've got you there, haven't I?
I pull out the wand again and look at him.
Really? Come on.
Really?
Rannick,
Think about
I'm
it.
always very optimistic. I always believe, but I believe now we're gonna die here.
We're not going to die.
You haven't noticed that? things just get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And they get any worse,
Try
and
again.
we're all dead.
Can't this?
You know
I couldn't
something,
get one.
Sparkle?
Ah, that's better. Ah. While this has been going on, while this conversation is going on, Savenka's been in the side there quietly talking and muttering under her breath to herself. And after a few seconds, and two bennies for crying out loud, she blew two bennies on this. A faint glow appears around Jelsa, and all the coldness and biting wind seems to stop niggling at you. You feel quite cozy.
Yeah, well, I'm going to die cozy at least.
You know something, Sparkle? Farmer Brown used to say something. If something's worth doing, it's not going to be easy. Well, this ain't going to be easy. But that makes it more worth doing. And you know what?
You know what? When we all die, nobody will even know what we did, Rannick.
Whoops.
If I'm going to go and die, I'm going to go and die doing something worthwhile. And there's no other people I'd rather. There's no people I'd rather be with than you lot, trying to do something worthwhile like that. You keep calling me your little brother.
Rannick, you sound almost human there.
You keep calling me your little brother. You're going to let me go there and do this on my own?
Oh, no, I'm not letting you go by yourself. I just know we're going to all die together then.
Well, if that's what's going to happen, that's what's going to happen. But it ain't going to stop me trying. And there's no use complaining about it.
I'm not complaining. I'm stating a very simple and obvious fact of what's to come.
All right, I'll make you a deal. If you stop going on about this, when we get out of it, I'll go tell Miko that I like her and you can be there.
Oh.
Oh, can we have a wedding? Can we have a wedding and I'm the one that like walks in front of the bride and like throws flowers around and although there'll be sparkles, but
I don't know.
If
Miko
you promise that you'll
like
have
that.
a wedding and I can walk in front of the bride and throw sparkles, then I'll be fine.
How can I promise there'll be a wedding? I mean, that's not up to me, is it? It's not my choice, but I promise I'll tell her that I like her.
You gotta tell me you want to spend the whole rest of whatever life you got left, if we have one left when we get out of here. You gotta tell Amiko you want to spend it with her.
Well, I already promised that
walk in front and throw sparkles.
I already promised Rangers at Fort Rannick go and help them out, but I'll tell Miko I like her and can't do more than that because much else is up to her, not me. But come on, get up on your feet again, and
well, I'm back on my feet.
Let's go and do what we need to do, okay? And stop saying we're going to die because if we all work together, we can do anything we can. That's what I think, anyway. Well, I'll step in peace. And Rannick stands up and turns and walks away from Jelsa and sort of stares up to the mountains to the north for a bit.
Well, there's at least I bet no other gnome has ever been here before, so I got that.
So, indeed. So basically, obviously, you've got some time to come, and obviously, chatting with Savenka, especially after all this side of emotion, she's not going to